Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordamt. We are back for some more Rogue Trader. We are in the Kiava Gamma Manufactorum. We just arrived. We fought some corrupted servitors here because I think we failed a skill check. They turned hostile, we had to kill them. You know, it happens. Let's continue exploring this place here. Picked up some loot, and now we have some cogitators here. The cogitators panel has dozens of breakers, buttons, handles, switches, and other control mechanisms. Let's view the log. You discovered the local data crypt with contents collected by either previous operators or the machine spirit itself. Using your access, you study the archive stored on this cogitator. Let's check out the first one. Praise be to the Omnissiah, whose might and power transforms dead metal to make manifest the holy visions of the machine god. The new protocols received at the synod from the great Fabricator-Censor have been executed. This is the high-ranking tech priest, okay. Despite those who shuddered at thought of changing a standard procedure. Embolden your hearts, those whose inner weaknesses breeds errors in personal calculations, for the Fabricator-Censor is the conductor of the higher will and the wisest among us. Second one. Today at the Supreme Assembly, the Fabricator-Censor unsealed the vault of the sacred designs and committed those deemed redundant or heretical to purifying disposal. Today, dozens of standard procedures were lost, to be replaced by new ones, which the Fabricator-Censor will deliver to those who demonstrate the greatest devotion to serving the truth. But the databanks contain no notion of truth. Could there have been, may the all-knowing one, the gracious keeper forgive me, an error in the Fabricator-Censor's calculations, and he meant to say, serving the quest for knowledge? And this one here, I think I have something that gives me more logic. So before I do anything, I'm not even sure if it's worth. I mean, I will. So tactical goggles. Okay. So view third data log, which is hidden by the protection of the machine spirit. Your knowledge of machine spirits is sufficient to trick the system and subdue it to your will. A false query, a crafty manipulation of the controls, and you get what you want. Didn't make a difference, that helmet, but it could have. The instrumental terminals have already been replaced, and the material delivery systems are being prepared for divine transformation. The execution of the new procedure has been delayed, for there are some in our ranks who doubt the words of the Fabricator-Censor and his votaries. And there are some who are not susceptible to the enhancement protocol that carries our tech comrades to enlightenment. May the deliverers of faith be merciful to them. Inaction is death, and I must be returning to our great work. Praise be to the truth that will reveal the path to the knowledge shrouded in darkness. Okay, so why was this hidden, by the way? They replaced some stuff, somebody was doubting what he was saying. And they got like to something of a civil war inside this manufactorum? Okay. So, tactical goggles.
None shall stand in my way.
I'm guessing it's the same thing. Maybe not. Before is an ancient but wholly typical console intended for use by people not trained in the mysteries of ministering the machine spirits. The cogitator is completely silent, but as you approach, you sense the warmth emanating from its metallic casing, a telltale sign that the machine is working. View the log. You discover the local data crypt with contents collected by either previous operators or machine spirit itself. Using your access, you study the active sign. The vast data repositories contain millions of strings related to receiving raw materials for processing, shipping processed metals, and schedules for sacred rituals to be performed over the machines coming off the production line. The Manufactorum once operated like one gargantuan, well-oiled mechanism. The last record is from 2 months ago. Misclicked, sorry. View the log. Oh, that's actually it. Okay. Okay, so it seems like 2 months ago it was the last entry. Tech use.
Operation.
Some cargo. Okay.
Follow my lead.
Your mind is swathed in blue-grey smoke, Master Van Calox. A heavy color for heavy thoughts, I presume?
You are a dangerous person, Lady Orselio. Well, all navigators are.
but your abilities place you in a special category.
They really do. They really, really do. A massive cogwheel constantly drives a colossal gear system which is lost in the haze. This is actually magnificent. I love this. It is very cool. You hear dull thuds from within the thick metal, as if some process endlessly pounding is running in the depths of these pipes. Athletics check. Some goods. The 16 Universal Laws, the Mysteries. A tome containing revelations of the Omnissiah, recorded in special Binheric dialect. Only a member of the cult Mechanicus with the key to this cipher may partake of the wisdom of the Machine God. Can I give this to Pascal?
Cogitation failed.
Interesting. Maybe it's a quest item for something that we still don't have. Okay, so this is a check from up there, I assume. Yeah.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Looks like an elevator, but it's not currently down. A tech priest. Hello. Where are you going? The lumps protruding under the tech priest's bedraggled red robe hint at the mechanisms implanted in his body. You see his haggard and sickly face under the archaic respirated augmatic. A click, a clank, a barely audible hiss, and only then the tech priest's voice finishes the word. Identification. Request denied. Pascal turns to you, his visor gleaming crimson. Registering anomalous behavior within this servant's organics and an invalid noosphere response. This unit is compromised. Okay, let's use awareness here. Examine the tech priest. You carefully study the robe-clad figure. A black border of necrosis spreads out from around the tech priest's implants. For some reason, his body is rejecting the true flesh. A moment later, you recognize the dominant smell in the bouquet of scents permeating the air around the tech priest. The stench of rotten meat. Okay. Who are you? The tech priest clicks his relay. Magos Custos of the Machine Sanctum Tier 2O. Identification. The Fabricator-Censor is a traitor to the Imperium and humanity. I will not comply with any protocols approved by him. What is the Fabricator-Censor? I will only speak with the person in charge of this manufactorum. What's happening on this planet? Okay. I'm guessing that this is the truth. Because he wanted to change everything and then this just all went to hell. I'm guessing somebody affected by the warp. So yeah, the Fabricator-Censor is a traitor to the Imperium and humanity. I will not comply with any protocols approved by him. Anticipated process disrupted. Execution of disposal protocol recommended. Oh my god. The tech priest draws his weapon, and as his robe opens, your senses are hit by a fetid wave of rot, and we are now flying. Eliminate Fabricator-Censor Cubis Delphim.
Showing up uninvited? How improper!
Yo. This is not right, man. This is not right. Is there... Oh, wait, can I still place my people? I can place him, but only on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is not intended behavior. And I'm actually gonna have to load the game. Because this is messed up. Can I teleport my people? I have no idea. Teleport party to you. Yeah, I think it worked. It's still messed up the deployment, but at least we're here now. Okay, if this prevents me from loading the game, I'll just continue here. So I will want Argenta over here, I think, of course. Volatile servit. Ooh, volatile. That sounds interesting. Volatile self-destruct. When suffering damage, this creature activates self-destruct, exploding on its next turn. Killing a creature in the process of self-destruct will also cause an explosion. Has a 4-cell radius and deals impact damage with armor penetration. 3 deflection. Okay. Seems whatever. 400 HP on that Magus and 280 on this one. Do you do something special? Frag grenades and grenadier. Okay, so you can grenade and still attack. I guess I can put Heinrichs right here to take care of this guy, as well as Abelard. Cassia will deal with this, because they're all lined up perfectly for her. Where do I go? I go here? Yeah, here. And you two are kind of stuck there. I hope you can still move when the combat starts. I kind of wanted to give Pascal the turn so he could place a trap over there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Well, start. Let's see how this goes. I think I will still try to do that. Actually, I have to be like... I'm too far. Okay, so let's go over here. And give it to Pascal.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Okay, so he can move. Which is a good thing. Because I want to place a trap. Line of sight's messing me up. Okay, I'll still place a trap over here. In case anybody wants to come in.
My vow is to serve.
Okay, now we're no longer all bunched up there. Do I have LOS? I do not. I only have it for this guy here. So, I'm thinking about just going for Machine Spirit Communion on everybody here. Yes. And then shoot him once because it will refund the cost. And then I can go for Analyze Enemies on this guy, I suppose. Okay. Or I can just end the turn without actually having to take damage from Cassia.
Request approved.
Okay, he got shot. And when does he act? He acts after Cassia. That kind of sucks because he's gonna act before everybody else. If I could have Abelard kick him over there, it would be funny. Can I kick somebody over the edge? Nah, I don't think so. And I want the loot anyway. So, hot on the trail? Sure.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Let's go back over here.
Battlefields are always drowned in
Pass.
scarlet.
Now, I'm gonna give the turn, I think, to Argenta. I'm actually gonna start working on this guy already. With Argenta.
Let's see how they respond to this.
I think for a single target, I'm not gonna go for rapid fire because it messes up my accuracy. Oh, come on, Heinrichs, are you for real? Ah! Okay, this actually kind of works. I will try to bring him down with a devastating attack. Yes. And burst him.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Did not go down, okay. Well, had to try.
Pain cleanses the body.
We pass, now we play with Cassia. Now, I want to check something here. All enemies will suffer a penalty based on my willpower bonus. So you know what's gonna happen here. We're gonna reveal the light.
I'm not accustomed to being
So now we
ordered
have
around.
willpower at 159. Yeah. So it's a 40 penalty. And I think I can start with this. Ah, come on. Ah, okay, this works. Okay, so do that.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
They're all affected. So now all of them have a willpower score of 1, which I kinda love. Which means they're likely to fail Point of Curiosity. So let's put the front line right here on top of the trap.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
And I want the rear to be here,
Isn't this a
and I
job for
guess
the
I
serfs?
want the back line here.
If I may,
We got this, which is cool. So Point of Curiosity over here. If I could also pull this guy, it would be awesome, but I cannot. So everybody come here. They all got pulled, but none of them actually went to the trap. But if they move, they will. So I think it's fine. And they will get stunned anyway, I believe. So kind of a shame I can't do anything about this guy right now. I'll just have to tank whatever he does. Because my other option would be to not stun them. But then I have 4 people acting instead of just 1. Yeah, man, do your worst. Let's see what happens. And blam.
isn't this a job for the serfs?
Now, I could abuse this. Because savor the kill triggering from the item there, but yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Just pass. And do I want to move anybody? I could actually move my people away from the Magus and only leave Abelard there. Oh no, they have to be on their turn anyway. Okay, let's see. So, stunned. I'm actually looking at the left side here. Stunned, 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 and everybody's stunned. So that's taken care of. I will simply pass. Okay, let's see what you do, man. Don't mess me up. Grenades?
That was insulting.
It's fine. that's more than fine, actually. I am very much okay with that. I couldn't care less, to be honest. Okay, so I'm thinking about going for a single shot to build up some stacks. And then I go for rapid fire plus wildfire on this thing here. And call it a day. Yeah, so single fire. Why is he getting buffed by something? It sounded like he got a buff from some adaptive coating. For 1 turn, this creature increases its deflection by 2 for every instance of damage it suffers. Ah, you little bitch. That's actually quite powerful. Okay. So here I can go again for, that's 1, 2, 3. I still have 1 point left. I guess I can go for devastating as well on this action here. Just knock them down as well. Okay, so rapid fire, devastating, wildfire, burst.
I'll do it.
I think this is working quite well.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
This feels nice. It feels nice. Ah, I just remembered I don't have Idira to heal. I did forget about that goddamn annoying little detail, didn't I? Without Idira, I don't have any healing. God damn it, man. Okay.
Indeed. At your beck and call.
Okay. 23 to 31. 15 to 25. So we smack.
It will be done.
I won't be able to kill him because of the deflection. I will want Endure.
At your beck
And I think I go for taunt plus kick.
I will do my duty.
Please say it worked. It worked. He's taunted. Okay. Now we kick him.
It will be done.
Okay. He has a lot of deflection right now. I'm not even gonna bother hitting anymore. I don't think. Okay, Heinrichs. What is this? Oh, you have cautious approach. I forgot about that. Oh, you heal. You heal. That's right. You heal. Not by much though. I don't think he healed by much.
Naturally.
We can get some deflection as well.
I won't object to it.
And I can heal a little bit.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Okay. Iron Arm on Abelard. And we just
For the
endure and
throne's
pass.
glory.
Okay, so my turn. What do I do with my guy? I guess I'll just buff Argenta here. I think so, yeah, sure. So,
Suits my
be
purposes.
my servant,
Nothing
take
I
this,
can't do.
take that. You cannot take that, but I can get... Wait, I can't give it... I can give it to her, wait. So if I move over here, I can give it to her, yeah. So... assign objective, let's say on that guy.
Never wavered in the face of adversity.
We do this. And now I can reveal the light on someone else. Like Abelard, for instance. Or maybe Heinrich, so he can heal a little bit better. And we do this.
Bow painted black.
Okay. We got an heroic act. I'm not gonna use it on this guy, obviously. So we pass.
How dare you!
You are doing nothing, so you pass. I actually deal a fair amount of damage with Pascal, right? Oof, 20 deflection. It might still work. Wait. Actually. I did get... Where is my thing, man? No. God damn it. This one, Wild Hunt. Whenever the bounty hunter attacks exactly one target with Wild Hunt, his attack deals 300% more damage. I feel like that's how I kill him. So, he doesn't have prey. No. I thought you had prey. Really? You don't have prey?
Request denied.
You do have prey. Why can't I see it? Oh. Inspiring Trophy. Yeah, Inspiring Trophy. I think that's it. And hunt down the prey. I'm kind of confused. But okay. So, the next shot deals more damage.
Running binaric override.
We analyze him.
The Omnissiah knows all.
And now we do Wild Hunt. How do I do this? Simultaneously make several attacks. The number of attacks equal to the number of prey in combat. Attacks are equal divided, blah, blah, blah. How do I... What do I do here?
My competencies are not that universal.
The target is too far. What? All enemies within the area of effect within a 1 cell radius. I think he's trying to use my melee weapon. Can I swap these in combat? No. Really? Okay. Okay.
Explorers know one route. Forward.
That's it. That was miserable damage. That was awful. Yeah, that sucked a lot. Okay, I was really hoping for more. In any case, let's back up here. I don't want to be in melee here.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
So let's just shoot the guy?
Request approved. Vulnerability analysis
Okay,
successful.
that's some damage at least. And I guess this. And pass. Okay, what am I doing here? Extra turn for me. So I think I'll just shoot somebody for a pitiful amount of damage.
Already done.
Pew! 3 damage. Pew! 2 damage. Yes! Strong. So
Suits
strong.
my purposes.
Do I just... He still has a lot of deflection, so no point in trying to kill him. Can I pull you into the trap? Nope, doesn't work. Just blam blam.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Isn't this a job for the serfs? Emperor, deliverer.
I love it so much.
If I may.
He's getting up. We have another act. But let me see, this guy... 0 deflection, okay, so now we go all out on him. Which just means just bursting him. Or not bursting him, just single fire.
I'll do it. None can escape the
Dead.
Emperor's judgment.
Okay, so... Let me see here. We got a decent amount... Oh, we leveled up! Nice. I want to heal
We
my main
must
character
act. Do you require inquisitorial
to
approval?
remove the fresh injury.
Naturally.
Perfect. And Pascal also has it, even though it's not showing over there.
Let's see to it.
Okay, at least we have Heinrichs to kind of help out a little bit. Okay, does anybody have a fresh injury?
you
No,
require an
no,
I woke
no.
up with a
I'm at your
No,
service.
Remember,
no.
in
Doubt is
And
for
no.
the weak.
Okay. An Omnicine Axe and a Crack Grenade. Collect all. Plasma Pistol. Okay. We can now move up the elevator.
A new challenge for me?
Let me actually just look over the level ups and I will be right back. Okay, and I'm back. I'm actually gonna do this a little bit differently than I usually do to try and save up some time. I'm just gonna go over the summary of all of the level ups I did. So I've leveled up everybody, we're all at level 31. For my main character, I actually picked Perfect Finish. I'm not really sure if this is gonna be a very decent thing to choose, but I kinda like what it does. Finish the job, gain 75% more critical hit chance, which may help out in dealing some damage. We'll have to try and see how this works. For Heinrichs as the Arch-Militant, I gave him Psi rating +1, because we can now have an additional point in Psi rating. For Abelard, I went for All Out. As long as the Arch-Militant has stacks of versatility, Reckless Rush costs 0 action points. This is something that I picked
Your
in the last
senator
level up
is
and I haven't
always
used it
there
yet. Because it does cost 1 AP. And this costing 1 AP is not that interesting, but with it costing 0 AP, I think can have a lot of potential. So on this guy, I did level him up to... Where was I? Damn it. To take All Out, so it will now cost 0. Since we also have versatility, we always start combat with 2 stacks of versatility, which means this will always cost 0. For Argenta, we picked up Accustomed to Glory. Whenever the Arch-Militant or their ally uses a heroic act or a desperate measure, the Arch-Militant gains +1 and +10% damage on all attacks until the end of combat. So given that their weapons aren't really doing all that much damage with each shot, like the heavy bolter doesn't do a lot of damage per shot, just having a +1 and more % damage is gonna be a nice boost, I feel. Oh, Gordon Pini is okay? Let's see. Then we move on to Cassia. Man, she actually got 2 talents. I was very happy about this. For the first one, I took Undam the Sea of Souls. While under the effect of any navigator power, enemies have their armor reduced by 22. So this is a value that's based on willpower bonuses. And as we know, we can increase this by a lot. This reduction is increased by the devastating parameter of the navigator staff, but does not stack. I don't think I'm gonna bother too much with the navigator staff for this calculation. And then I also picked up Pass Unscathed. If the navigator's perception is higher than their agility, their dodge is calculated using perception instead. So I'm not even really sure how this is supposed to work, but we were at something like 82%. And by using perception, we went up to 122%, so I thought it was useful to have. And finally, for Pascal, I gave him Trail and Shatter. This is the upgrade to Auto on a Trail. It now has unlimited range and reduces the target's armor by 12% for 2 rounds. So both Pascal and Cassia now have something that reduces armor. So just further debuffing the enemies as we encounter them, which I like. So let's continue on.
Victory awaits.
I think we're gonna go up. So everybody get over here. Okay. I wonder if... Oh, now we can see some kind of warp influence for sure over here. How do I get to this athletics over here?
None shall stand
Can I, like, go down some way? Wait. If I click here... There seems to be a...
what I found.
There seems to be a way to go there. Ah, through the pipe. Okay, so we have to cross all of this. Okay. So yeah, this is why I picked Argenta over Idira here, because we have some traps that require demolition. Let's see if she blows herself up.
Never doubt me.
It's about time.
A cogitator. Oh, it's actually just an elevator control. Okay. Oh, this is the one that the Magus kind of removed from us. Okay, some
I'll lay
goods.
claim to the stars.
This is just cargo. Lore Warp, but this is on this side. Yeah, without Idira, we're never gonna pass those checks. Blood mixed with machine oil is barely visible on the dark floor. Oh, I seriously hate this. Oh, I hate this so much. Why do you make these... Why do you do these little events? This is not the type of game for this stuff. It's not a platformer. So I kind of want to go here because I want to check out that athletics check. But we have to pass... There was someone here. It's a good place to hide or set up another ambush. If there's a trap in the middle here, I'm gonna break something. I think we're actually... Oh! Okay, this is just a safe spot. Okay. We have to wait for this to pass. We have to wait for that to pass. And we go after this.
Weakness.
Damn it.
I'll live another day.
Stop! There!
Look at this mark. Someone was dragged. No, someone walked in our direction very recently, but we didn't see anyone. Right.
This task should have been accomplished easily.
Argenta, why? You... Okay. Critical failure, it's whatever. We can set up a ladder. There's goods over there. Named people also.
Victory
Dark
awaits.
patches can be seen on the floor. They are smudged as though someone walked through them on the way to the footbridge. Oh, hello. Are you hiding here? I think he's hiding here. Lex Mechanic. A small, heavily augmented man in a filthy tattered robe stands before you. As you approach, he hesitantly looks up at you, his eyes filled with horror. A portable inscriber with a keyboard hangs from straps at his front, and you can see his detached cerebral cogitator peeking out from under his hood. Okay, you have nothing to fear from us. Deus Mechanicus! The tech priest decides to take a better look at you, after which he lets out a ragged breath and manages to subdue his shaking. Ye heard my prayers. I thought I was alone in a kingdom of madness and depravity. Please save me. Tell us who you are and what happened to you. I am Manufactorum Lex Mechanic Zeta 86. I performed the rituals for the machine spirits of Foundry 95, up until we started going mad. Priests devoted to the Omnissiah suddenly started praising the dawn of something. Oh, the cult of the dawn. Or other. They stopped the bells and then they desecrated the visages of the sacred machines with unholy symbols. Some of them resisted, the others grabbed them, tied them up, and then they turned their implants to heresy. I saw the madman, my former tech comrade, deliberately connect those poor souls to corrupted cogitators. I watched as they were infected with the scrap code, and did nothing to stop them. I am recording a violation of the commandment of thine own forge be a true sentinel. Apostate Zeta 86, your accesses are hereby revoked. Proceed with your report. Come on, Pascal. The icy rumble coming from Pascal's vox causes the Lex Mechanic to lower his head in fear and contrition. How did you manage to avoid the same fate? I didn't avoid it. They performed the same procedure on me. I felt the touch of unholy code. I allowed it to control me. I abandoned my sacred post and followed one of the traitors, serving his will and gathering all the data for his blasphemous experiments. I was driven by an unholy impulse coming from the depths of the auxiliary cogitator, where the code had lodged itself. Before I found a way to throw off the compulsion, I witnessed horrifying heresy. The extraction of true flesh and its decomposition on altars. Perverse procedures that resulted in heretical abominations. I even accompanied the fallen Magus to the Fabricator-Censor himself and attended the unholy mass he led personally. Yes, so this confirms the guy is mad. It was a wicked ritual, full of willful deviations and blatant inaccuracies, all to create an ungodly monster in the name of the Final Dawn. Yeah, but you don't act like the other priests who were infected with corruption. The Lex Mechanic gestures at the wires and connected spilling from under his hood. Praise the gifts of the Omnissiah, I managed to disconnect my external cogitator, which I use for primary data processing. The machine is corrupted. The scrap code is locked inside it like a beast in a cage, but anyone who tries to look inside will fall victim to their heretical program. My primitive brain has been marked by corruption. I still see their silhouettes, hear their interference, I sense the malfunctions in my augmetics, but I am still safe from the great sacrifice. Oh, blessed are the workings of the Omnissiah and his benediction that shelters the weak from evil. Heinrich senses ever so slightly the Lex Mechanic's words. You see his hand casually stray to the handle of his weapon, but the interrogator is in no hurry to act. You mentioned the monster. Is that some kind of weapon? No. Not those concepts that are melted down in furnaces and sent to the depths of the Manufactorum. It is some kind of semblance of a cogitator, a nightmarish parody of a sacred machine, powered not by the Omnissiah's grace, but by the unholy spirit and life force of the unfortunates imprisoned in the lower levels. I don't know much, except that the Fabricator-Censor saw that machine as special. It was special to him and to the crazies who defiled the Omnissiah's abode with their obscene blasphemy. For the final ritual, he even called upon one of the Astartes heretics who arrived at the Manufactorum after the start of the uprisings. He did something terrible, and only after that were they able to switch the machine on. It is a true abomination. Even standing near it is unbearable. I believe that even those who have been deprived of the Omnissiah's grace still feel its influence on them. Its monstrous power utilized for unholy computations and chaotic calculations. Whatever that cogitator might spew out at the end of its cycle, no righteous soul should accept its heinous offering. And how did your crazed comrades behave? Like the grace of the Omnissiah had left them entirely, replacing free thought and progress with blackest corruption. I witnessed them desecrating structures blessed by the Fabricator-Censor himself. Though what do the blessings of that rotten traitor count for now? Like men possessed, they set upon the sacred instruments and assembled shells and nodes that didn't match any diagram or blueprint I'd ever seen. Sacrilege. Okay, you mentioned someone in prison on the lower levels. The lay servants of the main units. They live in isolated segments under the sacred machine halls. I heard they were locked in there after the takeover. Then my crazed brethren changed the system for disposing of slag waste and covered the machines in cursed symbols. The ex-mechanic hesitates. After they started the cogitator, they dragged the survivors out of the segments under the machine halls. Well, what the survivors had turned into. You demonstrate exceptional powers of observation and recall for someone who just happened to survive. I'm a Lex mechanic. Gathering data is the purpose of my existence. That's even what they use me for. He trails off, belatedly understanding the subtext of the interrogator's words. They use me against my will. The scrap code turns everyone into their slave. Before I rid myself of the cogitator, I was forced to serve alongside those who perpetrated these atrocities and witnessed their obscenities. Turn to Heinrichs, what do you make of it? The interrogator tilts his head. Servant of the Omnissiah, I must know more. About the final dawn, the Fabricator-Censor, his mass, and about his machine as well. I could give you the coordinates, but the ex-mechanic drops his head. Even though I was present for many blasphemies committed by those heretics, all the details that were captured and processed by my true flesh are in the augmetic that was corrupted by the scrap code. I am convinced that if I hadn't fought off that foreign compulsion in time, I would have been doomed. The corruption would have spread to my biological cogitator as well. The ex-mechanic taps a finger on the device hanging from his ear on several wires. I swear that no devout tech priest should come into contact with what's hidden in that one sacred device. Heinrich's expressions shift as he stares intently at the disconnected implant and the still intact connectors protruding from under the ex-mechanic's collar. The corner of his mouth twitches involuntarily. Don't make the guy suffer, man. Abelard notices the look on Heinrich's face, and once he does, he sighs heavily and looks away. Can the cogitator be disconnected and reconnected to another machine? The ex-mechanic shakes his head in reproach. Even if the very idea of exposing a holy machine to the scrap code wasn't profane in itself, my augmetics are not universally compatible. They cannot be connected to another machine spirit. They were created to interact within the system of my true flesh, to innervate my compulsory unit and output data via the inscriber. Once I am safe, I swear that I will immediately perform a cleansing rite and destroy. In other words, there is only one way to extract the data stored in the cogitator. Heinrichs, no, don't do it. Heinrichs' voice turns dry. The ex-mechanic could have been privy to conversations that are vital to investigating the cult. We need the contents of that cogitator. The ex-mechanic, who has been listening to your discussion in puzzlement, finally understands what is going to happen to him, and he begins to back away in fear. No, anything but that. I'll die. No, it will be worse than that. I'll succumb to the corruption. I'm begging you, please. I'd rather be burned as a heretic than have the scrap code in my biological cogitator. At these words, Heinrichs pauses for a fraction of a second, almost as if he is reconsidering. In failing to offer any resistance against the enemies of the Omnissiah, Unit Zeta-86 lost the grace of his machine rank and was recategorized as a resource of the Manufactorum. The defilement and torment of said resource, if committed to advance a struggle against heresy, will not be deemed an apostasy or malefaction against a living soul. Upon expiry of the unit's utility, disposal is recommended. So we have the Iconoclast option, which I will likely choose, and the Dogmatic one. We cannot allow the information to go to waste. One life is a small price to pay for the good of the Imperium. Yeah, but I'm gonna be a good person here. Heinrichs, stop. The leaders of the cult would never discuss anything of importance in front of witnesses. Leave the poor man alone. We need to know where the cogitator is. Even if the heretics' conversations are unimportant, I must know why the machine was so valuable to them. I'll tell you. The ex-mechanic rummages in his ragged clothes until he produces a scrap of parchment. A different augmetic is responsible for my muscle memory. It has a data storage too. I remember where I walked and what I pressed with my fingers. Here are the coordinates and the code. It's probably the code to the bay. He scratches out the numbers with his fingernail and passes the parchment to Heinrichs. Okay, so a good way of doing it. Heinrichs' eyes bore into the smaller man's. At last, having reached some conclusion, he turns to you. He is the subject of your world, Cordant. It is for you to decide his fate. Yeah, so again, this looks like dogmatic, this looks like iconoclast, and this kind of sounds like dogmatic or heretical. He will be taken to my ship. After the cleansing rites, a place will be found for him there. And he is happy about this? Oh, I think he just left. The ex-mechanic is given the shuttle coordinates and hurries away. Heinrich watches him go, then looks at you. Excessive kindness, Cordant, gets good people into trouble. Let's hope that the corruption only affected the disconnected augmetic and not his soul. Come on, we need to find this cogitator. Okay. So, I want to see how this actually updated the quest. This one, right? So, certain activity has been detected on the little world, activity that matches intelligence received by the Inquisition's interrogator. It is vital to explore the location to find someone there who can provide more information, whether willingly or under duress. Find the cogitator determined by Lex Mechanic. The acquired data is enough to suggest a theory about the crucial role of the cogitator in the cult's plans. It would be wise to find the machine immediately and conduct a threat analysis. According to Lex Mechanic, the entrance to the chambers containing the cogitator is somewhere in the Manufactorum. Alright, and here we just have eliminate the main guy. Okay, cool. We have some goods here, which is locked under tech use.
My success is
Cool.
an irrefutable certainty.
Ooh. The wearer gains 10 ballistic skill and 25% increased critical damage. I am strongly considering giving this to her. I am gonna give this to her. I could also give it to Pascal. It would also not be terrible. He actually has more ballistic skill than Argenta. Kind of funny. But I do like that he has this. Okay. We will try this out. We will try this out. Okay, so here...
New challenge for me.
Here we can go around, but this leads nowhere. But we have the athletics check here. I'm guessing it's gonna move this thing.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Oh no, I just go back down. Oh, I see. I think this allows me to avoid having to go back through the traps. What is this loot? There. I can go there now, right? Why did the game just pause? I don't know. Let me actually just get the experience here.
Nothing's impossible for this old
That's
officer.
done.
Lesson learned.
Scorn the pain.
I thought that if you pass it once, you don't need to pass it again.
What is it, rogue?
What advice do you...
I'm restless.
You
I'm
are
just
in the
looking for fresh
always
injuries. Okay,
ready.
nobody has them. Cool.
None
Let's
shall
check out these
stand
goods
in
here.
my way.
Just cargo stuff. The screen of this cogitator shows a scrolling line of repeating Technolingua. Staring at the obscure symbols gives you a headache. Okay.
Follow
I feel
my
like I
lead.
still want to explore this upper section. Oh, I actually have to go back up because I can't control the elevator.
Unexpected result.
Okay, so let's go back up. We have to mess around with the stupid steam once again. This would be a good time to have a valve somewhere around here.
It's about time.
I want to go there as well. That's Lord Warp over there. Okay, let's see if we can do this without much pain. I'm gonna quick save because if I get traumas with this, I think I will just reload. I don't enjoy this.
I won't tolerate weakness.
And we can go. Yes. Okay. So we are. Oh, was this it actually? Okay, that was actually it. There's nothing else to do here.
A new challenge for me.
So let's go down. What is this? Oh, this is the ladder thing. Okay. I think we have to go around to reach it. So down we go. We go back to where we
None
just
shall
were.
stand in my way.
Yeah, apparently this only works to go out because the button is on the elevator itself. Who does this? It should be here.
Victory awaits.
Victory awaits.
See? Right there.
What am I... Oh! Secret goods. Again with this, the 16 universal laws. Oh, wait. The mysteries. The warnings. Will there be 16 of these? I wonder. We can go front or we can go right. Oh, what's happening? Cutscene, okay. Ooh. Is this the sensor guy? Looks like the sensor guy. Fabricator-Censor Cubis Delphim. The massive magus clad in ritual garb lets out a binheric trail that turns to you. From beneath the deep hood of his mantle, two dimly lit eye implants gaze out at you. You hear another binheric tirade, this time clearly addressed at you. He looks kind of awesome, I will say. He has a bunch of followers as well. Some melee, some range, some with plasma weapons, maces and whatnot. What's the matter, little tin comrade? Implants on the blink? Forgotten how to speak properly? You dare address me in the vile tongue of savages? Me, the steward of Kiava Gamma, lord of the machine world. Kneel, pathetic spawn, if you seek swift disposal. Okay, so we kind of know who he is, but let's hear it from him. Who are you? My name is Cubis Delphim. I once held the title of Fabricator-Censor of the Kiava Gamma Manufactorum, but I rejected it, along with the other fetters that hindered progress. Once my faith was flawed and led naive fools from the cult mechanicus into the darkness of ignorance. Now I am this world's master, and serve the true gods. You tread upon their territory, and you do not number among their legion servants. Therefore, you must be subject to immediate disposal. As the senior functioning member of the Priesthood of Mars, I, Magus Explorator Pascal Hanneman, declare this temple of the machine to the machine god compromised and forthwith forbid all service within it. I dethrone the Fabricator-Censor, the ignorant heretic who has betrayed the Omnissiah, and condemned as anathema any and all standard procedures implemented by him. Let the cycle of the blasphemous operations he has put in motion be discontinued. Just for this line, it's worth having brought Pascal in. Pascal switches binheric and you hear dissonance burgeoning in the depths of the Forge Cathedral. Some of the giant mechanisms heed this order and go still, while others, obeying the Fabricator-Censor's will, continue their work. Ooh, I wonder if he actually changes the behavior of this level. That's amazing. I hope it does. But I will have to play it again in a different playthrough without him to see. Crashes, explosions, and the clanging of crumpling metal signify that some dissent among the machines has interrupted the Manufactorum's production cycle. Awesome. Hanneman? Liar. You are not him. Demons Hanneman obeys me. His mind is open to the voices of the void, and the scrapped Cody credit protects my world. And I'll not have you, rusted refuse from the misfit cast of explorators, call me ignorant. This statement is false. Your regalia has been revoked, you have been deemed defective and will be eliminated. You tell him, Pascal. Pascal turns to you and says dryly, initiating heretic search. A tech priest who has renounced the dogmas of the cult mechanicus in favor of delving into forbidden chaos-sent technologies. Designation, Demons Hanneman. I wish to execute the retribution procedure. Okay. So, what did you do to the governor of Kiava Gamma? Is he still alive? The removal of unserviceable artifacts was the first step toward retooling this world. Only my tech comrades heeded the call of truth that reached in their cogitators and allowed them to pierce the veil of empty dogmas. Poor old Gaprak. 10 or so years back he told me he felt uneasy in the presence of the tin-can comrades. I mean, the esteemed Adeptus Mechanicus. He casually complained about not having been dealt a normal planet. I'll have to honor his memory with a prayer, once we have finished purging this place. Abelard branches his weapon. Thankfully, the Fabricator-Censor here did not require any coercion to confess to treason. Blah blah blah. Blah blah. So you have traded one master for another. I would have expected the Fabricator-Censor to be smarter than that. The Fabricator-Censor's voice lets out a piercing, barely audible sound that makes your insides shudder. I will rip out your spinal column and braid it around my staff, you arrogant creature. Yeah, he's kind of easily upset. I have seen what you have done to this world and its poor people. I will not allow it to continue. You may be driven by your will to fight, but know this. Kiava Gamma has already been converted. Its lines have been restructured and its servants have already tasted the fruits of progress. In the crucibles of this manufactorum, torrid liquid metals will be used to forge vessels for sacred spirits. The adepts are already tirelessly delving deeper into the new mysteries and that were once barred by false tenets. You, servants of false gods, are too late. The entire might of this world will soon rise up against the anathema and his slaves. So many open admissions of heresy in so few sentences. Sister, how many death sentences would you say his words warrant? I cannot answer that, Master Van Calox. It is not my duty to measure the guilt of heretics. When the Adeptus Sororitas appear before enemies of the Imperium, it is time to fire, not count. And now is one of those times. I love this, man. These are such cool interactions between the companions. I think I'll make a portable recap machine out of you. You deserve a painful death for what you have wrought upon the machines of this world and their priests. Imperfect machines merit elimination, as do living elements prone to vulnerability such as sentimentality. Comrades, purge the Manufactorum of any random variables. I must prepare for the culmination of our greater work. Gut the outsiders, let their blood mix with oil. Death to apostates. We're gonna have a fight. And they're blocking the way back, maybe? Ah, okay, so the fight didn't even... Oh, it's auto-saving, okay. The fight didn't even start. That's good, because I'm not gonna do it in this episode. We're gonna leave it for the next one. I just want to read... False information, new quest. The culprit on Kiava Gamma was named as Dement's Eneman. Pascal wishes to confirm his identity and punish him. So this actually gave us a new quest. That's strange. It does not progress this one. Ah, find the way to the heart of the Manufactorum. The information obtained from the Fabricator-Turned-Heretic reveals there has been a revolution of the industrial world. Cubis Delphim's reasons for revolting are likely to be found in the deepest levels of the Manufactorum. Okay, so that's the update. And we're gonna have a fight very, very soon, I believe. Yeah, there they are. Corrupted Skitarius. Okay, yeah. We're gonna leave that for the next episode. This will be it for now, my friends. I'm just gonna check something here because I think...
are idle, heresy grows.
I can fix Argenta in the next level up, right? Yeah, I can give her strength over here. Okay, so it's fine. This will be it for this one. As always, I want to thank you all for being here with me in the channel, watching some Rogue Trader. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Questions, suggestions, anything at all, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more. Many more videos coming out soon. And it is also a free and easy way to support the channel. I hope to see you all in the next episode. And until then, stay safe, everyone.